Hello everyone, this is Tamil Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Design at SNS College of Technology. In this video, we are going to see about the relational model from the subject Modern Database Management System. Let's start. First one, introduction. The relational model was proposed by E.F. Codd in 1970 and it organized the data in the form of tables which make it simple, powerful and easy to understand. Most modern database use this model. This is the foundation for SQL. Before going into deeper, we must understand some basic terms used in the relational models like relation, tuple, attribute, schema, and instance. Consider this figure. In this figure, we have a table named student. The student is called as table or relation. And in the table, we have number of rows and columns. Each row, we call it as tuple and each column we consider as a attribute. In another word, we can say that number of columns is called as degree and number of row we call it as cardinality. First one, relation. A relation is simply a table. It contains rows and columns and represent a collection of related data. Next one, tuple. Each row in a table is called tuple. It represents a single record in the database. In this figure, we have a 4 tuple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one, attribute. Attribute are the columns in the table. For example, consider this example. Here we have a roll number, name, and the age or the attributes. Next one, domain. A domain defines the valid values an attribute can take. For example, consider this figure. The age domain might be integers from 0 to 120. This helps in maintaining data accuracy and consistency. Relational schema. The relational schema defines the structure of a relation and it shows what attributes of a table contains. Next one, instance. The instance refers to the current data that's stored in the database at a specific point in a time. Keys in relational model. Keys are mainly used to uniquely identify the records in a table. Let us now look at the different types of key. We have different types of key. For example, super key, candidate key, primary key, and foreign key. Let's see with example one by one in detail. First one, super key. A super key is a uniquely identify a record, but it may include unnecessary attributes. For example, consider this example. This table contains the column emp SSN and emp number and emp name. Here, emp SSN and emp number name are the super keys. Next one, candidate key. A candidate key is a minimal super key. It contains only the necessary attributes. Consider this example. In this table, we have a column, student ID, roll number, first name, last name, and email with 3 rows of data. In the given table, student ID, roll number, and email are the candidate keys, which helps us to uniquely identify the student record from the table. And primary key. The primary key is chosen from the candidate key and uniquely identifies each record in a table. Consider this example. In this table, we have a column values, student ID, roll number, first name, last name, and email with a set of 3 values. According to this table, student ID is a primary key. Clear? A foreign key creates a relationship between 2 tables by referring the primary key of the another table. Consider this example. Here we have 2 tables name, that is student details and student marks. Here the foreign key in the student marks is considered as a ID that creates a relationship between another table, that is student details, where ID is the primary key in the student details table. Clear? So in simple, a foreign key creates a relationship between the 2 tables by referring the primary key of the another table. Integrity constraints in DBMS. Integrity constraints that ensure the correctness and reliability of the data stored in the database. Basically, we have four types of integrity, that is entity, domain, referential, and user defined. Let's see each one in detail. First one, entity integrity. Entity integrity ensures that each table has a valid primary key value. Consider this example shown here. In this table, each customer can have the same name and age, so it becomes confusing to identify the customers. To avoid this confusion, a primary key is used to uniquely identify each customer in the table. Next one, domain integrity. Domain integrity ensures that allowing only integers for salary and preventing incorrect data into the table column. Consider this example. To store the employee's salary, we set a constraint so that it accepts only integer value. If we enter characters or any invalid values, the DBMS will show an error and not allowed to store in the database. Next one, referential integrity. Referential integrity ensures consistency between the related tables. Consider this example. We have two types of table. The first one is student and the second one is course. In student table, we have the columns like roll number, student name, age, and course ID. And in the table name course, we have three types of columns, that is course ID, course name, and duration. In the first table, that is student, roll number is the primary key and the course ID is considered as a foreign key. And in the second table, that is course ID is considered as a primary key. So as a whole, the course ID in the student table must be empty, or that is null, or match a course that already exists in the course table. So no invalid course is stored. That we call it as referential integrity. Advantages of relational model. The relational model is popular because it is easy to use and store the data in the tables, that reduce the duplication and maintain accuracy and allows easy data retrieval. Next one, disadvantages. However, we have some disadvantages like relational model is not suitable for very complex and unstructured data, and performance may be slow for very large database, and sometimes it requires more memory and storage, and design can be complex for large data base systems. The relational model is widely used in real-world applications like banking system, university database, and hospital management. Relational model is used in banking system to store customer and account details, and used in college and school university database for student, course, and marks data storage purpose, and in hospital management system for patients and doctor. Then summary. To summarize, the relational model organizes the data efficiently and forms the backbone of modern database. So in this video, we learned detail about the relational model types along with the examples. Thanks for watching this video till the end. Let's see in the next video.